Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's head over to Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. For the call of this one, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. All the time trying to hone that fine edge, sync, and stay in sync in this one.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. Nixon, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. McLeod. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football.
Oh, the Bucs swarm in, and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And it's a Buccaneers touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now will send this one away. Be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And again, the run defense this time. He maybe gets back to the scrimmage, but no more. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, they can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 3rd down, Cloud. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills?
Pass.
Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Point up. Good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. McLeod. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was the light there to knock it away. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their ranking. This ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again. McLeod. And he completes it to Cohen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 66 yards. McLeod.
Everybody wants to be number 1 in everything, but he's number 2 in the league in receiving yards. Strong number, a strong year, and they want that to continue.
On 2nd down now, Nixon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The 2nd down results in a loss of 2 yards. Off play action, McLeod. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They'll try the left side. Nixon. And he is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Nixon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. McLeod got his man complete over the middle. It's Black. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. On 1st down, Nixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. McLeod toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to McLeod. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. McCarron. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. It's McCarron. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. has the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Merritt. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2. Down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
On 12, McCarron going to throw right side here, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Check 52.
McCarron from the gun on 3rd. And he will find his man on the outside. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less. On 3rd down, McLeod. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? Pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such a first half to get that lead. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. Adding a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take an importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Well, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone's talking about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, importance gets quadruple. And now to see who can make their last push to get into the playoffs.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it and break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
On the double. 58, come on. Get your swerve on. Swing down.
They'll run on 1st down. Merritt, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo, establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Second and 7. McCarron. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Merritt. Second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. Lose a yard there on 3rd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So they put together a good little drive, but ultimately stalling red zone.
Yeah, I know we'll look at negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we don't want to call this time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now and down. Looking to throw. McLeod. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Saints are down. They've converted 2 for 6 thus far. A tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. McLeod. He's going to flip one out here to his running. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
That's certainly playing down very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs off to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, McCarron. Into double, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the result of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They action here on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it was a tight window. He knew he could get that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taking it. And he'll cross the 25. Extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He has not had the start to this game here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase or get yourself.
He's got him complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On second down now, Nixon. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry. Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
A big kick, 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, is that always sticking in a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. McCarron now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first. To throw is McCarron, sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. In need of a third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working from the gun here, McCarron. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now expect them to make it.
Exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. From the gun, McLeod. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here comes the Saints punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun snap for McCarron. Rolling to his and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at 18.
But that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. Inside the 30. Too far from breaking that. Give him 15. Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Even there on the 1st down carry. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you across state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, McLeod. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, McLeod. That is caught by Cohen. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. McLeod. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. On the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Go! 90 Wolf!
Operating the gun. McLeod. And a quick throw here. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him know.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now McCarron. Here it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's McCarron. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom! Big hit all day. Sack City, baby. Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15. Let's go, D.
So we read in what's been a fairly one-sided so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather is cold, but the temperatures are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it.
An abbreviated